I beg your pardon, sir.
Easy. Who lives here?
Why, Miss Vale, sir, but she must not be disturbed.
I'm not going to disturb anybody.
Briggs, who is this?
Sit down. You, sit over here. And not a move, either one of you.
What do you want?
Mind if I use your phone? What's the address here?
521 Pacific Crescent.
Look here, sir. Miss Vale simply must not be.
Yeah?
He means you might be disturbing my nerves. Mr. Yeah.
Hogan. You can call me Red.
Never heard of you.
Don't kid me, sister. Everybody's heard of Red Hogan. Hello, Belle? Yeah. Yeah, it's me, Red. Yeah, I just got back. Malibu? I lost my police escort. I had to come back and get you, honey. You glad? You still love me?
Sure, I love you, baby. You ought to know that by now. Red, you know this town is hotter than a firecracker. You're taking an awful chance calling me here.
Well, that's a chance that I have to take. You and I are going across the border. Sure, I've got money. Now, don't bother to bring your things. Now, hurry up and come on over here. Be careful nobody sees you. 521 Pacific Crescent, Malibu.
521 Pacific Crescent. Yes, Red. Joe, you know who that was? He wants me to...
Yeah, I know. He's going to take you with him. That's what he thinks. Hello, city desk. Charlie? Joe Eichner. Hogan's back in town.
Oh.
Would you relax? Yeah, Red. I'm going to scoop the story of his capture. At 6 o'clock. Be ready for it. How do I know? Because I'm going to break it. I'll give you the details when I get them. That's all. Keep your teeth in your mouth till I call you.
Joe, what are you doing?
Just one more call, honey. We're going to be a lot happier with that guy out of the way.
Oh, I didn't mean to squeal on him. I didn't.
You haven't said a word, baby. I found out for myself. I thought the wires might be tapped, and they weren't they? Homicide squad, Max Anderson. Will you stop him?
But if Red finds out...
How can he unless you tell him? And you wouldn't, would you? Hello, Connie. Is Max there? Joe Eichner. Hello, Max. How would you like to know where you can get a hold of Red Hogan right now?
Hogan? Why, you're kidding. He wouldn't dare come back to Los Angeles. Are you sure? Where? Oh, you can trust me, Joe. Okay. I'll meet you with a squad. Yeah, right there at sunset. 15 minutes. Again to make it silly? Okay, Joe.
Joe, find Hogan.
Says he knows where he is. Chuck, this is Anderson. Get a squad car and 6 men right away. I'll drive mine. They'll follow me. We're picking up Red Hogan. Okay, Lieutenant.
So Hogan is in town. Joe's the boy who knows all, sees all.
He's a smart reporter. He's almost a genius. Well, the whole country's been hunting Hogan for months. Joe turns him up. I wonder why Hogan came back.
Where is he?
Joe wouldn't tell me. He's going to lead us to the place.
That's Joe. He wouldn't trust his own mother with a scoop.
Oh, no, Connie. Joe trusts me, all right. He's just like that. Wants to be a big shot.
Was he always like that?
Ever since he was a kid.
I don't get it.
You wouldn't. Women are different. Joe's all right.
This is really going to be a pleasure.
Joe, I'm scared.
There's nothing to be scared of. Just stay out of the way and the cops won't even ask any questions.
No. Look, if Red gets away...
Forget it, baby. By tonight, he'll be packed on ice and we'll be dancing at the La Paris. Hello, wear that dress that's held up by willpower. I'll see you in an hour, honey.
Sure it's Pacific Crescent Drive?
Unless I'm wrong.
Well, you better not be. You mind telling me now how you got the tip?
That's a professional secret.
Uh-huh. How's Belle?
Belle?
Yeah, Belle Marlin. You know, Red Hogan's girl.
I never heard of her.
Okay. Been to the office lately?
Never heard of that either.
That's what they told me. I called you there a couple of times.
If I were to hang around there, I couldn't have got a scoop like this. Besides, I'm still on the payroll.
Here's where we turn.
Sir, Miss Vale's medicine,
Oh, that's quite all right, Riggs. I feel fine now, thanks.
But it's after 5 minutes.
You don't need any medicine.
Oh, yes, I do. You do like music, don't you?
Yeah, good music. Love it.
Here, let me show you how to work the chair.
Okay. Put 'em up, Hogan. Hello, gentlemen. Come in. Where is it? In my pocket. I'm just going to turn it into your lost and found department. You're smart giving up like this, Hogan? I'll see that he gets a nice slow ride down to headquarters. Take him out. All I can say, Anderson, is there should be a law against tapping telephone wires.
Are you all right, miss?
Yes, thanks, Riggs.
Oh, I'm Joe Eichner of the Journal. Mind if I use your phone? Nice layout you got here. Hello? City desk? Charlie? Joe Eichner. 1 minute ago, just as I told you, Hogan was captured in the luxurious beach house of... What's your name, honey?
Linda Vale.
Miss or Mrs.?
Miss.
How long have you known Hogan?
Never saw him before. He broke into the house.
Here's your story, Charlie. Red Hogan broke into the Malibu beach house of beautiful Linda Vale. What, you know the name?
Sure. Well, that's the millionaires with a bum heart and only 6 months to live.
Oh, yeah. I remember now. Okay, work it into the story and send somebody down to headquarters. They're taking Hogan there right away. I'm staying here a while. Well, you had a lot of excitement, huh? Did Hogan get rough with you?
No, not really.
You know, in a situation like this, you're about as calm as anyone I ever saw.
Yes, Mr. Eichner?
You want me to guess why?
Well, I really don't think I...
You can afford to be brave, can't you?
I'm Lieutenant Anderson, homicide.
How do you do? I'm Linda Vale. Is there anything you'd like to know?
Thanks. Your butler gave me the details, just routine. $5 million. That is a lot of money. And only 6 months to wait. This should be a success. I'm glad it worked so smoothly. Hogan's a dangerous character. Come on, Joe.
Miss Vale, you deny that you've had this man Hogan hidden in your house for some time?
Joe, you crazy?
Why not confess? Why not admit that you've been harboring a criminal?
Joe, for the...
Look, how about inviting us for dinner? Give us a little time to talk it over.
Surely you're kidding.
No, I'm serious. You see, I'm a writer. That's why I want to stay.
But I don't understand.
Well, it's this way. To me, you represent a situation. A character every fiction writer dreams about. A beautiful, wealthy girl with only a few short months to live. Oh, please don't be offended. But can't you see, writers are interested in death. Almost more than in life. Novels, plays, mystery stories, practically all of them are written about death.
Yes, you're right.
Then here are you, with everything to live for. And yet...
That's enough, Joe.
Look, we have something in common, death. As a writer, I've got to imagine it. And you must meet it so soon.
Joe, for the love of it.
No, Lieutenant. Oh, you're right. You're so right. I'm so sick of having people shield me from what's bound to happen. They try to protect me, amuse me. And if that did any good. I'm not a child. I can face it. Why can't they? Mr. Eichner, until this moment, nobody but my doctor has ever mentioned death to me. In the world of my friends, people just don't die. They live forever and ever. And yet you're interested in me because I'm supposed to die a little sooner than most people.
Well, that might be one reason.
Of course you're going to stay for dinner. And you too, Lieutenant.
Well,
You must. I'll tell Riggs right now.
What is this, Joe?
We're staying for dinner, Max. Well, Miss Linda Vale. Just a poor little orphan with $5 million and 6 months to live. Sad, isn't it? Maybe I can bring a little happiness into her life.
You're clever, aren't you? I don't like it.
You don't have to like it, Max. You aren't marrying a girl.
And neither are you.
Maybe not. But if I don't, it won't be because I didn't try. You can say this about Joe Eichner. When opportunity knocks, he opens the door. How's Belle gonna like it? Belle? Why, she's a very understanding girl.
Oh, Benny. Red's in town.
Yeah, I know. They got him. They had me up at headquarters for a while, too, but they couldn't pin anything on me, so they let me go.
That's so?
Yeah.
Where'd they take him?
Well, he's at headquarters. Hey, let me see him for a minute, though. Here. He asked me to give this to you.
Thanks.
Ah, don't thank me. Thank Red. He's the right kind of a guy. Treats his friends right. Until they double-cross him.
He shouldn't have called me. The wires were hot. So when I went out to Malibu to meet him, I saw the cops were there already.
Then you made a beeline back for the apartment.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what Red thought. That's a good thing, too, because Red's kind of worried about you. And he wants to keep you out of this.
Gotta do something.
Sure. I'm going over to get Red as lawyer. But it looks bad for the boss, Bill.
Yeah? Maybe I better go see him, huh?
No. No, you won't. You just do as the boss says and keep out of this, see? Anyway, you couldn't. Not in that dress.
May as well wear out the clothes I've got. Tell Red I'll miss him. Will you, Vinny?
Sure. And, say, Bill, Red wants me to keep an eye on you. And if there's anything you want, why, just let me know. So long.
So long.
I suppose I ought to apologize for having forced myself and Max on you this evening. However, I can't help feeling if I hadn't, I would have regretted it all my life.
You mean that this will make it easier for you to write your novel?
Oh, no, not that at all.
But it's not that. Then why is it important?
I don't know. Now, you're aware that I'm a newspaper man. As a matter of fact, I'm a pretty good reporter. I think Max will agree to that.
Oh, sure. Will you excuse me? I have to call headquarters.
Of course.
Well, there's one thing I don't think you realize. The sort of life a reporter leads. He sees an endless round of murder, robbery, arson, all sorts of crimes. Breathes the very air of corruption.
Yes, I suppose that's true, but...
And yet you wonder why tonight means so much to me, Linda. May I call you Linda?
Of course.
I'm Joe.
Right, Joe.
Thank you. Here's why I said that if I had missed tonight, I would have regretted it all my life. The candlelight shining in your eyes.
Joe,
I know you understand. That's what I really mean about this evening.
it is strange.
Strange? It's more than that. Why did this happen to us? When you had so little time and I have so little to offer.
Oh, Rick, you never forget.
Medicine, huh? Does it taste nasty?
No worse than aspirin. Something Dr. Lawson makes me take.
Say, Linda, if we hadn't stayed tonight, what would you have done?
Nothing. Probably I would have read a little, and then I would have gone to sleep, I suppose. Nothing.
You mean you wouldn't have gone for a walk on your beautiful beach?
Left. It is beautiful, Joe. But somehow this isn't a place where I'd like to walk alone very much.
Haven't you any friends to make it easier?
Friends? Yes, I have friends. So kind. So kind. So bright and cheerful. So solemn that I can't stand any of them anymore.
Are you all right?
Yes, I just turned my ankle. It's all right.
No, it isn't. I can see it isn't. Here. Let me carry you back. Why, you're just as light as a feather. At least as light as 100 pounds of feathers. Linda, I'm going to carry you across this doorstep again. Very soon. We have no time to waste.
Joe put me down. My ankle's perfectly all right.
Well, there you are, Max. I'm sorry, it's late. I'll have to be going now. Oh, must you go, old man?
Yes, Joe, you'd better go, too. It's late for me.
All right. Tomorrow, Linda? Tomorrow. Good night, Linda.
Good night.
Okay, Lieutenant. Put them on. Take me away. Good night.
Good night.
Oh, Max, what are you thinking about? You want me to tell you? Should I hate myself? You should. Well, let's face it. Do you think I'm going to do her any harm? You won't do her any good, Joe. You know, Max, the trouble with you is you've got the soul of a... I don't know what. Let's stop off at the final. I'll buy you a short drink. It'll cheer you up. Well, I don't need any cheering up, but... Okay. Hello, Max. Hello, Charlie. Hi, Joe. Hi, Charlie. You sure got the jump on the rest of the boys on that Hogan story? Nothing to it. Have a drink, Ollie. No, thanks. I gotta get back to your office. Hi, gentlemen. Hello, Mike. Hi, Mike. What'll it be, Mr. Eicher? Sulphur molasses to make it snappy. The same. Okay, the usual. Say, Max, you don't happen to have $10 on you that isn't doing anything until tomorrow. What, again? I just remembered I got a date. Left my car up on Sunset. I'm going to pick it up later. You don't mind dropping me off at Hollywood and Vine, do you? It's on your way. Give my love to Bill. And Joe. Better take it easy. You might get yourself into a mess of trouble hanging around Hogan's best gal. Okay, stop talking about it. That's all, I'll tell you. Oh, so long, Mike. Put that on my bill. I can't. The boss. Say, Mr. Eichner, could you maybe pay me a little something on that personal loan? And you with a cash register full of dough? But it ain't my dough, Mr. Eichner. Then why not? Because you got no ambition, that's why. You're the sort of dope who duns people for miserable little bills instead of trying to make something for yourself. Stop worrying about the money that people owe you. You'll never get anywhere that way. And don't worry about the few measly bucks I owe you. Oh, Belle.
Oh, well, better be good. You know what time it is?
Forget it, baby. Everything went smooth. They gave up just like a lamb, without a struggle.
Yeah, I know. Benny Bandini was here a little while ago. He told me they got him. I was scared stiff.
I said there's nothing to be scared about. What did he want?
He saw Red. Says he's getting him a lawyer. Now.
Oh, it won't do him any good. He's due for a long, long time. Are you glad?
I don't know. It's a good thing Red sent me some dough.
Oh, he did he? Well, you're not going to be needing his money pretty soon when I hit the jackpot.
You've been telling me ever since.
Belle, how would you like to kiss a millionaire? I mean it. How would you like to have a millionaire on your string?
I don't know any millionaires.
No? But you're going to.
You drunk, Joe?
Baby, how would you like an ermine coat? Diamond as big as your fist. A mansion in Beverly Hills. A beach house at Malibu. And a genuine 24-carat butler.
Joe, you are drunk.
No, I'm not.
You're crazy.
Yeah, crazy as a fox.
First you stand me up for hours. Then you don't even tell me a story I can believe.
Okay, if that's the way you want it. Here's to Linda Vale, my future wife.
Your wife?
You heard me. Linda Vale, my future wife. Don't fight, you won't get hurt. Listen, she has $5 million and only 6 months to live. 6 months.
Let me go.
The truth, baby. There's something wrong with her heart. That money's as good as in my pocket already.
What makes you think so?
After the pitch I made tonight?
You're not kidding.
I was never more serious in my life.
Oh, that girl. The bum heart and everything. What's she like, Joe?
Oh, she's all right.
How old?
I'd say about 23 or 4. I don't know.
Good looking?
Not bad, not... Oh, I see. Listen, baby. I don't know how good looking she is. I don't care. She just isn't my type. And you are. You know that, don't you? You know it, don't you?
All right, Joe. But if I thought...
You don't have to think, Belle. I'll take care of that. Any money?
Why? I've got some. Red sent me $500.
I'm gonna need it.
What for?
Oh, flowers and candy. I gotta put up a front. I can't let on that I'm broke or she'd know why I'm making a play for her.
What's wrong with your salary, Joe?
Wouldn't I be a dope to continue working on a newspaper with $5 million practically in my lap?
You mean you're going to quit?
Why, sure.
Then you really think you've got a chance?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, babe. I'm gonna let pipe cinch.
You must be an awful fool.
Huh? Why?
To fall for a guy like you. You must be as big a fool as I am. You kisses, Joe.
Not yet, baby. I never will. Like that.
Why, Miss Vale, this isn't your day. There's nothing wrong, is there?
No, nothing wrong. But you think the doctor will see me for a moment, even without an appointment?
I'm sure he will.
Miss Gray, this is Miss Reichner.
How do you do?
How do you do?
I'll tell the doctor you're here.
Thank you.
This Dr. Lawson must be a great man.
Oh, he is. He's one of the finest heart specialists in the world.
Whenever you see this year's magazines in a doctor's office, he's a great man. Linda, you think he's going to approve?
Oh, it wouldn't make any difference, darling. It's my life. It wouldn't be fair not to tell him. He's taken care of me for so long that, well, he's more than a doctor to me.
That's just why this worries me. Anything he says is bound to influence.
The doctor will see you now, Miss Vale.
Oh, thank you. I'll be just a minute. Good afternoon, Doctor.
Well, hello, Linda. I didn't expect to see you today. Are you all right?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. I've something to tell you, something that can't wait. I'm going to be married tomorrow.
Married? Well, Linda, I never even guessed that you were interested in anyone.
I wasn't until a couple of weeks ago when I met Joe.
Joe?
Yes, Joseph Eichner. You'll meet him in a few minutes. He's waiting outside.
And you say you've known him only a short while?
Yes.
Well, then isn't this rather...
Sudden? Yes, very sudden.
I mean to say, what do you know about the man?
Nothing, really.
Yet you're going to marry him.
What would you advise me to do, Doctor? Wait 6 months or so before making up my mind?
Linda.
It's a gamble, isn't it? By making a mistake, it won't last very long. I haven't much to lose, have I? But I have everything to gain.
Yes, I suppose so. Is Mr. Eichner a businessman?
No, he's an author. He was a newspaper man. He's writing a book now.
And does he know about you?
Yes.
I see.
Think he's marrying me for my money?
I didn't say that.
No, but that's what you're thinking. Well, I've thought about that, too. And suppose it's true. Suppose he is marrying me for my money. Is there any reason why I shouldn't spend it on a few months' happiness?
You think you could be happy if that were true?
I don't know. No, you're right. I couldn't marry any man if you were marrying me for that. Oh, well, it's different with Joe. He doesn't want any of my money. And anyway, Joe's just not that kind of a person.
My dear Linda, you know I wish you every happiness.
Thank you, Doctor. Now I want you to meet him. Darling, will you come in? This is Joseph Eichner, Dr. Lawson.
How do you do, sir?
How do you do? Sit down, won't you? This is amazing news.
Yes, we can hardly believe it ourselves.
I've known Linda a long while.
So she's told me. Seems to have the utmost confidence in your opinion. That's why meeting you scares me just a little.
Scares you?
Well, yes, you see, I have no illusions about myself. I've always lived a happy-go-lucky life. I've always been pretty irresponsible. And I'm obviously nothing like good enough for Linda. But then who is?
Oh, stop it, Joe.
However, Doctor, if good intentions mean anything, I think I can make Linda happier than she's ever been before. And that's what we're both after, isn't it?
It is. It is indeed.
Well, there's nothing else I can say, except that I don't think I'll let you down, sir.
I'm sure you won't, my boy. Take good care of him. And good luck to you both.
Thank you, Doctor. We're going away for a while.
On a honeymoon.
Be sure and come in and see me as soon as you get back.
We will.
Okay, Doc. Good morning.
Good morning. Joe's back from his honeymoon. He called.
Well, he did send me a postcard. Conscience must have bothered him. Oh, no, he didn't. His wife did and signed his name. Yosemite Park. Nice. Get him for me, will you, Connie?
He said he'd call you. He isn't at home. I don't know how you got along with us so well as you were. Do you think he really loves her?
She loves him. I'll take it. Hello? Oh, Joe. He's just talking about you.
Good or bad? Oh, yeah? Say, Max, why don't you come out to the house tonight for dinner? No, we're not staying in town. I prefer the beach. Okay, fella, make it 7 o'clock. See you then. There's a guy for you.
Who, Max? To me, he's just another flatfoot.
Yeah, but he's got a heart of gold. Maybe a little slow, but... You miss me, baby?
What do you think?
What'd you do while I was gone?
Nothing. Nothing at all. You know, when they sent Red out to San Quentin, I had to go up and see him.
I thought we had it understood that you were going to stay away from that mob.
Baby, I needed some dough.
Give you any?
Yeah, and it's a good thing, too. Red gave Benny orders to give me some every week.
You have anything to say?
Not much. Just wanted to know where I was hanging around and what I was doing.
Well, that's all going to be over with pretty soon anyway. You won't be needing any of his money. Where do you keep the matches around here?
I don't know where the matches go to. Well, I'm afraid I'll have to say goodnight now, boys. Please come again soon, Max.
Thanks, Linda. Good night.
Good night, darling.
Night, dear. She always lies down for a while after dinner.
Tires easily, I suppose.
Uh-huh.
Seen Belle since you got back?
Belle?
I just wondered.
Is that morality of yours worrying you again, Max? Yes, I saw Belle.
I only hope you know what you're doing, Joe. The only reason I don't bat your head off is because I don't believe you really are the way you sound.
The way I sound, huh?
You're no good, Joe. What you need is a good spanking, the kind your pop gave you. Remember?
Yeah, I remember. Especially when he caught me sneaking in the house after hours. Seems like yesterday. Friend?
Oh, sure.
Okay, Max. Who'd you like it to be?
Oh, Benny. Why don't you learn to knock like a gentleman?
You know, I got a feeling there's always somebody hanging around you, Belle.
What do you mean?
I mean just that, Belle. You know, Red's my boss and my pal. And I wouldn't let anybody cross him.
But I wouldn't.
I got a feeling this newspaper guy's been hanging around too much. You know, Red wouldn't like it if he found out. Of course, I wouldn't say anything to him not to worry him. But the rest of the boys, they don't like it either. They've been talking.
Benny, I haven't seen any guy. Nobody means anything to me. How about a drink, huh? Come on, Benny, let me get you a drink. I know you wouldn't tell Red anything, even if you knew something about me. Would you, Benny?
Sorry, sister. I gotta be going. I just stopped by to tell you to be ready tomorrow. I'll pick you up when we're driving up to Red's Hotel. And here.
It's too bad you've got to be leaving so soon. You should come up here when you've got more time.
Yeah. Okay. See you tomorrow. Oh, thanks, Rig. That's up. Stop fussing and just leave it there. It's hot enough to think around here as it is.
Did you enjoy your swim, darling?
Oh, yes, dear.
Aren't they beautiful?
Yeah, it's very beautiful. Zinnias, aren't they?
Oh, no, darling. Zinnias were finished while we were on our honeymoon. These are chrysanthemums.
Chrysanthemums, that's right. This time of the year, it's chrysanthemums.
How's the work going, darling?
Oh, not badly. That is the actual writing. I think I'm doing very well. How do you feel, Linda?
All right.
Really?
Really.
That's wonderful. When did you see Dr. Lawson last?
Day before yesterday.
What did he say?
He patted me on the head and said I looked happy.
And are you?
Darling, you know. You've made me so happy.
Is that all he said?
Well, he asked about you.
This is not the Union Station.
I'm tired of these guys hanging around. I'll show you, Belle. I'm smarter than you think I am.
Yes, sir?
Let me have some aspirin.
Yes, sir. 25, 50, or 100.
I got 100.
Yes, sir. Is there anything else?
Let me see those tablets.
Yes, sir. You'll find they're just aspirin.
Well, I had some recommended to me, and I don't remember the name. They were plain tablets. No initial, no trademark.
Aspirin is aspirin, mister. But just a second. I think I had the brand that you want in stock.
Hello, Joe.
Glad I caught you.
Hi, Max.
I knew we had it. Crossroads. They may complain.
Yeah, that's it. How much is that?
Be 59 cents. I still say that aspirin is aspirin. Of course, it might make a difference to some people. Thank you.
Headache, Joe? Yeah. Hey, clerk, could I have a glass of water, please?
Yes, of course.
Oh, Linda tried to reach you at my office. What about it?
I don't know. I guess she's starting to check up on you. She invited me for dinner. Wait a minute. Let me call my office.
No, I have my own car outside. See you at the house.
Hello, darling. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
Sorry to be late.
Where have you been? Oh, by the way, I invited Max for dinner tonight.
Yes, I saw him at a drugstore around the corner. He should be here any minute. Oh, I had to see Jenkins, my publisher. I'll tell you about it later. I'm going to freshen up a bit and be right back.
All right, darling. Hurry.
Hello, Linda.
Why, hello, Max. Joe will be here in a minute. He says he was at his publisher's when I tried to reach him at your office.
Yes, I know.
Hi, Max.
Well, come on, boys. We're having dinner on the terrace. And then you can tell us all about the publisher.
How's the headache, Joe?
Oh, it's fine. Just fine.
What was the name of that publisher you were talking about?
Jenkins, he's from the East. And I've had to do a lot of selling to get him to publish my book.
After it's finished.
Oh, it is, almost. Isn't it, dear?
Oh, sure. Meanwhile, I can't afford to let him get away. Have you had your pill, darling?
Not yet. First time Riggs has forgotten. But you didn't.
Your pill, ma'am?
Oh, Riggs, you didn't forget.
No, ma'am.
I think I'm going inside. It's getting a little chilly for me. Good night, Max.
Good night, Linda. Charming. Simply charming. I don't think you appreciate her, Joe.
That's what you think.
How's Belle?
Look, Max, forget it, will you? Linda and I are doing all right together. I don't want to lose her ever. I mean it.
You know, Joe, you could be telling the truth and still be crazy about Belle.
Max, this is none of your business.
I've been wondering what you've been doing for money.
I haven't borrowed any from you lately, have I?
That's just it. Got an idea where you're getting it. That's why I asked about Belle.
Don't worry about Joey.
Well, I guess I better be going. See you soon.
Oh, yes. Do come again, Max. You're always welcome.
Good night, Joe. I'm still wondering.
Hello, Belle. Yes? But I've got to see you. Busy? Where else could we meet? Tell you what. I'll pick you up at Hollywood and Kingsley in an hour. That's right.
Sneak out of my house. Then he was hanging around.
Everything's going to be okay soon.
Oh, talking about it won't do any good. You should have done something else.
I am. You know that she's taking
Feeding her aspirin. That can't hurt anybody. Maybe it's good for her.
It's been a month now. She can't go on much longer without the pills the doctor gave her.
How long do you think I can last? I haven't paid my rent yet.
Oh, take it easy, baby.
The worst thing that happened to me was when I listened to you. You were too jealous to let me go up and see Red. Now that Benny, the rat, spilled the beans. I'm sure Red knows about it. And no dough.
Yeah, I know. We're in a tough spot. But, honey, you've been wonderful sticking it out with me.
Joe, you're not as smart as I thought you were. Now that the aspirin stuff doesn't work.
Relax, will you? Relax. I'm thinking. I know what to do, but just how to do it.
Want me to tell you, Joe?
Meanwhile, I think I'm going to make a touch on Max.
And stalling again. What good's a few measly bucks going to do? That's all he ever gave you.
Have patience. Any little bit will help tide us over.
I said you were stalling. Patience. Take it easy. Don't get excited. I'm sick of all that stuff, Joe. All I ever got from you were promises. Now I've lost my meal ticket. Hogan'll still be sending me dough. I've had enough. Take me back to my car.
Okay, if that's the way you want it. You're just too stupid to understand. Because if I do something, it's got to be perfect. Nobody will ever suspect. The trouble is Hogan's been feeding you peanuts. And you can't see the difference. This is big. It runs in the millions. All right. From now on, I won't be saying, relax, take it easy. Now I say, sit back and shut up.
Good morning.
What a pleasant surprise.
Yeah?
Why don't you come in and make yourself at home? What are you looking for?
Just taking inventory.
Say, what is this? What do you think you're doing? Joe isn't here.
I know Joe isn't here.
Now, what else are you looking for?
Just curiosity, that's all. Seen Red Hogan lately?
No. Haven't seen him for some time.
I wondered if you helped send him up.
Why don't you ask Joe?
I have. He always goes into double talk. But just the same, Hogan probably wouldn't be very happy if he knew about you and Joe, would he?
What about me and Joe?
Want me to draw you a diagram?
Okay, so he wouldn't be happy. And what's it to you?
I figured Benny Brandini must have told him.
Yeah? So what? So he knows. What's there to know anyway? Any of his business or yours?
No. Either you're playing dumb or you don't know it. Your friend Hogan escaped early this morning. I thought I might find him here by now.
You're kidding. This isn't a gag.
No gag.
Well, that's sort of a surprise, isn't it?
What's the matter, Belle? Aren't you happy? If you hear anything about Red, you'll call me, won't you? And, I'll tell you again. You and Joe better watch out.
Hello, Joe?
Belle. I told you not to call here. I don't care what the reason. All right, what is it? He didn't. How did you find out? Max, huh? No, he wouldn't do a thing like that. Okay, I'll see you as soon as I can.
Good morning, Mr. Eichner.
Oh, Riggs,
You didn't ring for breakfast, sir.
No, I haven't had time. Tell Mrs. Eichner I had to go downtown.
Now that Hogan's escaped, that makes it so much better. That makes my plan so much more simple.
I'm beginning to think you're smart after all.
Sure, you thought we were cornered, but I told you we'd figure a way out.
But, Joe, I'm scared.
Nothing to be scared of. My plan is foolproof, just as I said. Get the room at the Granada Towers. You should be in Palm Springs in about 3 hours. And don't forget, when you're all set, call me at my home. Say you're my publisher's secretary. His name is Jenkins.
I understand. I'm the secretary of Jenkins. Hotel is Granada Towers.
That's right.
Darling, I heard you come in.
Oh, hello. I had a call from Jenkins, that publisher of mine. He just got back into town. Seems he doesn't know the difference between night and day. How do you feel, dear?
Why, all right. Max called twice while you were gone. He said it was very important.
Max? What could he have wanted, did he say?
No.
All right, I'll call him. Why don't you go lie down for a while?
All right, darling.
Hello, Max. This is Joe. What's on your mind?
I just wanted to tell you something you most likely know. Red Hogan is loose. He escaped from jail this morning. Got the whole force looking for him. Well, I just wanted to be sure. Not worried, huh? Okay, Joe. Okay. He doesn't sound worried.
He knew about it, of course. What's the matter?
Why?
You're afraid Hogan might do something before you get him.
Oh, we'll get him all right. No, it isn't that. It's... I don't know. Just wish Joe hadn't acted so cocky.
Still worrying about Joe.
Yeah, but I think I'd better run out there and see what makes him so cocky. See you later.
No? That was quick. Must have been right at his phone. No, nobody followed me. What's the matter? Want to talk? Okay, listen. I did what you told me. Yeah, I got a room at the Granada Towers. I leave at 9:30 sharp. Drive 35 miles an hour. I know what to say.
Everything's working out just as I planned. But be careful, baby. Oh, all right, Mr. Jenkins. If it's that important, I'll be down there tonight. Goodbye. Hiya, Max. My publisher again. Imagine that guy wants me to go all the way to Palm Springs tonight.
Well, it might be just as well. He's out of the way, and so we get Hogan.
You act as though I were afraid of him.
Do I? You don't happen to know where Bill is, do you?
I know.
Oh, yes, you do. I thought you might want to tell me.
I would if I knew.
Sure? Oh, well, doesn't make any difference. Unless Red finds her first.
What do you want her for?
I don't. But it's part of my job to try and keep people from getting bumped off, even people like Bell.
You've got nothing against Bell. Get Hogan. That's your job. Hold me a minute, Max. I must go in and see how Linda is. Be right back.
That's all right. I just stopped by. But watch yourself, Joe. That's what I came by to tell you in person.
I'll watch myself. Just like a hawk.
Dear, I hope you don't mind my not having had dinner with you tonight. But I did feel so tired.
Of course not. You should rest more than you do. Oh, Linda, I had a phone call from my publisher. Looks like I'm going to close that deal. But he wants me to meet him in Palm Springs tonight. However, if you're not feeling well,
Oh, I'm all right. You run along.
I really should. But I hate to leave you alone.
Oh, don't mind me. I'll be all right.
It's sort of chilling in here, isn't it?
Is it?
I should be back in a few hours. It's just a little over 100 miles.
Don't rush like that. Spend the night and come back when you can.
Did you take your medicine?
Yes, I did. You're so thoughtful, darling. Please be careful.
Are you sure you don't mind being alone?
Oh, no, Joe. I'm feeling much better.
Come on. Lock the door.
Oh, really, Joe?
It'll make me feel a lot easier.
All right.
Bye. Oh, Riggs, I'm going to Palm Springs tonight. Be gone only a few hours. Probably be back early in the morning.
Yes, sir.
Now, Mrs. Eichner isn't feeling well, and I don't want her disturbed no matter who calls.
Very good, sir.
All right, Riggs. Good night.
Good night, sir.
Come in. Fill her up. Say, how far is it from here to Palm Springs?
A little over 80 miles.
How long do you think it should take me to get there?
That depends.
Depends on what.
How fast you drive?
Well, I've got to get to Palm Springs tonight. I'm not likely to get lost, am I?
Not if you stay on the road. That'll be 40 cents. 2 gallons.
Say, you couldn't cash a check for me, could you?
I'm afraid not.
Well, I have all sorts of identification. There's my driver's license, Social Security, my press card. My name is Joseph Eichner.
Mister, I couldn't cash your check if you're Secretary of the Treasury. That'll be 40 cents.
Okay. Here's your money.
Thanks.
Say, how far did you say it was to Palm Springs?
It hasn't changed, Bud. It's still 80 miles.
Thanks.
See you leave.
No, not at all. Joe, I'm worried. This whole scheme of yours is too complicated.
You're crazy. It's simple. That's the beauty of it. I've just got to have proof that I was with you in Palm Springs, that's all. Where's the stuff?
Here it is. Everything I could think of. I wrapped it all in towels. Here.
Smart girl. Let me put my fingerprints on. Wait a minute.
Joe, you're wonderful.
Come on. Let's have the rest of the stuff.
There. I brought the doorknobs, too.
The doorknobs?
Yeah. I took them off with a nail file.
It's yours in your head, baby.
It's the bathroom door. Here's the front door.
Good. I'll have my fingerprints all over them.
I got 2 keys. Here, put this in your pocket. It's got the room number of the hotel on the tag.
Good, good. Oh, wait. Here's my tie. Hang it up in the room. If anyone should ask, just say I forgot it. Now all you gotta do is get back to Palm Springs and see that you get into that hotel before anybody sees you. So long, baby. How big was the diamond you said you wanted? Okay, honey. Be careful.
Joe, take it easy. Call me tomorrow, will you?
I will if I can. No, everything's gonna be all right. It's gotta be. So long. Take it easy. Are you all right, Miss Vale?
Ladies, have you tried gummies lately? Yes, gummies. Believed to be headed in the direction of Santa Monica or Venice. All state and local police are still on the lookout for Red Hogan and Benny Brandini, who is believed to be with him. Listen on again at 6 o'clock for the latest news on this same station. Now for a transcribed announcement. Do you feel terrible? Does your head ache? Have you got dots before your eyes? Is your vision just a little bit off?
I was just putting out the light in the hall when I heard the shot.
All right, Ray.
Max, what are you doing here at this hour? What's this all about?
Hello, Joe.
But what is it?
Sit down, Joe.
Come on, tell me, what's happened? Did somebody try to break in? Not Red Hogan.
No. Where were you tonight? And don't give me that business about your publisher.
I better go and see if Linda's all right. All of this must be upsetting her if she's awake.
No, she's not awake.
Are you sure?
Certain.
Okay. So you want to know where I was tonight? Well, I'll tell you if you keep it to yourself.
Now, look, Joe, let's get this straight. We've known each other a long time. I've always admired your cleverness, even when I didn't like the things you did. We were friends.
Well, I always thought so.
We were. But, Joe, friendship isn't going to do you any good now.
Max, what are you talking about?
About Linda.
Well, what about Linda? You just said she was asleep.
No, I didn't say that. I said she wasn't awake. You know she's dead, Joe, because you shot her.
Max, what are you saying? Are you crazy?
Now, you stay here. The coroner's in there now.
I don't understand.
No? I think you understand, Joe. You shot her and in a crummy way tried to make it look like suicide.
Max, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, yes, you would, for two reasons. First, it was because Linda lived a little longer than you expected her to.
You can't talk like that.
And then Hogan found out about you and Belle and stopped sending her money.
What's that got to do with me?
A lot. You and Belle were broke. You couldn't get any more money out of her to keep up your front with Linda, and you were afraid of Hogan, so you had to get rid of Linda before you could make a move at all.
Max, you're talking nonsense.
It sort of forced your hand, didn't it, Joe? If you had more time, you might have done a better job.
Oh, you're out of your mind.
A little after 1, the butler heard a shot. He tried Linda's door, but it was locked from the inside. She was lying there with a pistol bullet through her head, a gun in her hand, and you put it there.
You think I did it?
Yes, Joe.
Why?
The whole pattern was too neat. It looked just like you. You said you'd make Linda happy, and you did. I don't believe she would have committed suicide. You found the answer, Joe. You found it. But I don't think it's going to be good enough.
No? Would it be good enough if I could prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that I was more than 120 miles away from here when this happened?
Okay, let's have it.
I was in Palm Springs.
Yeah, why?
Well, Belle's down there to stay out of Hogan's way. She wanted some money, threatened to talk to Linda about me and her if I didn't do something.
Blackmail, huh?
Well, yes.
If he'd been in Palm Springs, that would have been a good reason for going. Sure, he'd probably sit still for that. But would you expect me to believe any alibi that Belle gave you? Anybody else see you there?
Of course, it was late, and I don't know.
I'm waiting. You're smarter than that.
Well, there are ways you can check on whether I was there.
Okay?
First of all, I stopped at a gas station on the way. They'll remember me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure if you don't believe me and you'll go to the trouble, you'll find my fingerprints all over Belle's room. We had some drinks together. My print should be on a glass or two. And hey, wait. My tie. I must have left it there. That should prove beyond a doubt where I was. And here's the duplicate key to Belle's room. 912 Granada Tower, see?
No, Joe. That's just the smart kind of a trick you yourself call a glass alibi. You can see right through it and break it without half trying. You've built it as strong as you could, but it's still glass, and I'll crack it. I'll smash it, Joe, because you killed Linda.
Max, this is where you're wrong. I didn't kill her. I didn't have any reason.
Lieutenant, there's something rather curious.
Yes, Doctor. Have you finished your examination?
Oh, yes. Aspirin.
Just plain aspirin without any name on it. Makes a difference to some people, doesn't it, Joe?
I don't understand.
Go on, Doctor.
I don't know why there's aspirin in that box. That's the prescription box. And you don't need a prescription to get aspirin. Well, it's none of my business, Lieutenant.
What'd you find out?
Died about 11 o'clock last night. Maybe a little earlier, maybe a little later. It's impossible to tell exactly. But the cause of death, heart failure.
Heart failure?
No doubt about it. Shot through the head a couple of hours after death.
You mean she was dead when that shot was fired?
Oh, yes, dead. No question of it. Whoever wanted to murder her didn't have to fire a bullet into the corpse.
Didn't have to fire into the corpse.
Well, is that the going, Lieutenant? So long. You too.
How awful.
Yeah. When you came home ready to kill her, she was lying there dead from a heart attack. But you didn't know that. You thought she was asleep, so you staged the whole thing and you shot her.
Max, I told you I wasn't here.
Only you could have done it. You thought it was foolproof. It didn't dawn on you then that she was already dead.
All right. You say I shot her.
I do. Anyway, it makes sense. She couldn't have shot herself after being dead from a heart attack.
But I can prove I was with Belle Marlin in Palm Springs. Even if I wasn't, could you hold anyone for murder? Could anyone burn for shooting a corpse?
Okay, I guess that's it. I still think you did a nasty job, though, Joe.
Max. Friends?
No.
Hello, Frank. How'd you get here so soon, Lieutenant?
So soon? I've been here for hours.
But I thought the flash just came through.
Flash? What flash?
Why, about Joe Eichner. He lives here, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's still in there. I just left him.
Has he confessed?
No. He says he was in Palm Springs and can prove it. We'll check on it, of course. Even if he wasn't, it won't do us any
Did
good.
you say he claims he was in Palm Springs?
Why, yes.
Operator. Look at the Granada Towers in Palm Springs.
Hey, Joe. Frank is just checking up. What was that hotel you said you were at with Belle in Palm Springs?
Do I have to go through that whole thing again? There it is.
Room 912, Granada Towers?
That's it, Lieutenant.
Did you say you stopped at a gas station? That they could identify you? And, Joe, did you say your fingerprints would be all over the place in Belle's room?
What's this all about? I thought we had the whole thing settled.
Frank, let me have that tie. Is this the tie you said you left in Belle's room?
Yes, that's it. But how could you have checked my story already?
We have. Now I'm beginning to believe that alibi of yours.
Oh, so it wasn't a glass alibi after all, was it, Max? I'll bet you're sorry you doubted me. Not that it makes any difference since Linda was dead, but...
But it does make a difference, Joe, now that I believe you. Come along, Joe, let's go.
Go? Go where?
Frank and I are convinced that you're in Palm Springs like you told me. There's evidence enough. Come on. Or do you want to confess here?
Confess? Confess what?
Why, the killing of Belle Marlin, of course.
Belle Marlin? What are you talking about?
Are you going to play dumb again, Joe? Or have you got another excuse ready? You said she was blackmailing you. I don't understand, Max. All right. Belle was found with her throat cut from ear to ear in room 912 Granada Tower. No! No! Come on, Joe. No, wait. Listen. I didn't do it. I didn't kill her. Believe me, Max. I can explain the whole thing.
You've already explained it, Joe.
No, that wasn't the truth. That was just an alibi. I can tell you who killed Belle. It was Red Hogan. I know it was. Get him, Max. Get him and make him talk.
Sorry, Joe, I can't do that. Red Hogan and Benny Brandini were on their way here to get you. My men shot them both dead. You know, you're living on borrowed time right now, Joe. Hogan would have done the job sooner if you hadn't been in Palm Springs with his gal.
But if he's dead, I can't prove this. Max, you can't charge me with the killing that he did.
Come on, Joe. Save it for the jury.
All right, Frank.
No. I'll take care of it.
Lieutenant, I just got word. The jury. Joe's guilty. First degree.
Well, what I came for is, how much was it Joe Eichner owed you?
Why, $30 it was.
Joe told me to give you this.
Thanks, Lieutenant. I never expected...
Give me a beer.
Huh? Oh, beer.